This is Wendy Henley, President and CEO of the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce, here with Woody Watts at Watts Creative. How are you, Woody?
I'm here. I am in the building this morning. That's all I got. That's all I got.
You know, it was a little harrowing coming to work today. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, people, I just want to say, everybody be careful out there.
It's an adventure. I like to keep it fun and adventurous here at Watts Creative.
Yes, you do. He always gives us a challenge. No, and I love it. So much to look forward to on our podcast. And we're excited. Today, we have some awesome guests in spite of the snow and ice and everything that's going on out there. We all managed to get here and wanted to talk about the town and what's going on there. So I wanted to announce who we have here is Mary Zirkle and Chief Todd Foreman. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry. I was passing something over.
None of us have had our coffee. No. I want everyone to understand this, okay? And we battled ice and snow getting here.
Barely alive.
So we're a little bit PTSD right now. So
you don't have to read that whole thing.
It's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot here. So we can't even go into it. It's so much this morning. But no, I'm so excited to have both of you here and Woody too. He made it in. And just, we're so appreciative of every single person that adds to value Bedford. I mean, you guys are day in, day out, making it happen and making sure that Bedford is being progressive and we're protected and so many things. And so, you know, I think people don't realize just how much that goes into everything that you guys do. And so I want to say on behalf of the chamber and our entire community, thank you. And I mean that heartfelt. And so let's dive in, Chief. So you have been here for, 29.
I've been
almost 30 years.
I've been in law enforcement for 29 years. I've been at the police department for almost 25 years, 7 months.
Wow. And how many days? No.
I could probably not.
You've been a long time in police.
Started in July 1st, 1996 with the town.
Okay. Wow. Well, and you've worked up the ranks and all the way up to chief, and you graduated from Liberty University.
Yes, I did.
So right here, and got your master's of arts. And so, and then graduated the FBI National Academy.
Yes. In 2009.
That's exciting.
Session 237.
Oh my goodness.
And that's important to us because if you go to the National Academy, you get total session. There's only about 1,000 police officers a year. So about 2% of the police officers in the United States go. We actually have a deputy from Sheriff's Department there now. Shannon Zimmerman's actually at the National Academy.
Oh, that's...
And he's in session 280, I think it is. Or not.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Something around there. Well, that is exciting. And you are moving on up and out. And this is not a happy place for us right now. I just want to be honest.
Agree.
Can I be honest?
I'm going to weigh in on that.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Right?
We got a crisis.
Yeah. we're in a crisis mode. You know, when I first heard, I was like, no. So talk to us, Todd, about Chief, about where you're going.
I am going to work as the Director of Law Enforcement Outreach for the Institute of Scrap Recycling Industries. I would need a card that's about the size of about the size of a regular sheet of paper with all that. But basically, the Institute of Scrap Recycling Industries is a membership organization So it's run by a board of scrap recycling companies from all over the world. And I'll be their outreach for law enforcement because there's a lot of scrap that's stolen, a lot of scrap that's sold. And the members that we work with don't want to, or I will work with, don't want to buy stolen goods and don't want to have their things stolen from them.
Right. No, none of us do. Yeah.
Yeah. And because that's the reputation. And with sometimes is that they're kind of like, they buy it when they know it's stolen or they don't get all the information. And our members, the ones that are members of the organization I work for, don't want that to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Well, exciting. And so that means you will be in the area?
I will be working from my home and I'll travel once a month. In fact, today I'm going to have an office in D.C. because that's where the office is, and I'll go up there occasionally to where the office is to talk to see them. So I'm actually going up today to get some equipment and to meet some people and to see what I've got there.
Well, you have a lot to look forward to, and we don't know.
I'm still in crisis.
We're still reeling, right, Mary?
The town will be okay. We will hire the right person who will keep moving us forward. I am talking to Bart and helping Bart through the process, and we'll be working through it to make sure that we get the right person. I have a vested interest in having a good police department. In 2023, my house will be in the town limits. Woo-hoo. So
there you go.
I will have a vested interest in having a good police department.
Well, and you always want to leave. Obviously, you're leaving at a height of your career and you've left it in a good place, and that has to feel good. You've done a fabulous job.
Well, thank you.
He has built a very strong department that we really do rely on in the town, and so many aspects of it and different departments just rely on that. And I won't say we take it for granted because we know they're out there working all the time, and Todd's done just a great job of bringing up a strong department. He's got great people working for him that are going to continue that work.
I was just going to say the people that work for me make me look good. So it's the people that we've hired over.
Well, you hire well too.
Truth
and that's good.
And they make me look good. It's the young, because we've got a lot of young officers, but I've got some good staff. So the teamwork between all of them makes it all run well within the town.
Well, and fabulous leadership. And so you referred to Bart Warner, our town manager. He will be.
Sorry. Yeah, I should have called him Mr. Warner.
No, I'm just letting people know who is Bart. Where is Bart? And so there's a lot going on. And then, so tell us what you have going on. And, I know that we're up for the challenge and what a great honor that you've given us. Talk about the officer.
Well,
Officer of the Year.
Before I knew I was leaving, I had all the sergeants and some of my staff make nominations for Officers of the Year. We got General Officer of the Year, a Community Officer of the Year, and Traffic Enforcement Officer of the Year. General Officer of the Year, we want somebody who's gone above and beyond in everyday policing to do something great, and we've had nominations for that. Community Officer of the Year is someone who's out in the community doing community engagement, working with the community and building different programs. So I'm working with them to get nominations for that, and they've given you, I'm not sure how many you have at this point. And then we have the Traffic Enforcement Officer of the Year. And the Traffic Enforcement Officer of the Year, we do that because we want traffic enforcement is important because of traffic safety. We've had too many deaths in the town. I've worked a number of them and been involved in a number of accidents where somebody's died in an accident, and we don't want that to happen within the town. So that was why we're looking at Traffic Enforcement Officer of the Year. So what I've done is to take out the bias of anybody within the police department, I've provided the applications or the nominations to you so that you could have them reviewed by members of your board, whoever you choose, so that we can choose the top of each of those categories: Community Officer of the Year, General Officer of the Year, and the Traffic Enforcement Officer of the Year.
What a great honor that we have. I'm so thrilled that you asked us to be a part of this and to get the committee together.
And the reason that I in 1998, I was the Chamber's Officer of the Year.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You didn't tell me that.
That was 1998.
Okay. That's awesome.
You weren't working here in 1998.
I was not here in 1998. No. Well, exciting. And we can't wait. And so you've given us about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
So
and
far.
I might have one or two more. That's it. Then that'll be all of them.
Okay. Yeah. And so great categories and certainly deserving, every single one of them. And so it'll be fun to actually go through and see what everyone has done and how they stood out and what they did. So I'm excited.
And you should have the name of each candidate and then the sergeant or lieutenant who nominated them on there.
Great. Well, this is going to be exciting. And then we're going to keep this up. We're going to do this every year and add it to our Excellence in Business Awards. And then because we have Outstanding Service Award and we have Teacher of the Year. And now we're going to have Officer of the Year in several categories.
Yeah, I think it's something we need to recognize the officers for the hard work they do. And if when we do that, it gives them a little recognition for what they do, but also shows the public of what they're out here doing. I mean, we've had officers, and I don't know if any of these are on there. Like Officer Meade was able to catch somebody robbed a local store. After following them around town, they had carjacked a car in another community near Richmond and brought it here and robbed the store. And she got behind the car, didn't 100% match it, but she thought it was suspicious and ended up through a pursuit with her and Investigator Lawhorn ended up catching that person. So we've had that. We've had this year, unfortunately, we had some homicides and some officers really stepped up, and we've had a lot of great things that officers have done to help keep the community safe and stop people from doing some bad things.
We are very blessed to have such a great team led by a wonderful chief. So we are going to miss you and can't
for
wait
about
to hear
10
more
days.
Well, we're going to have you back on the podcast just to see.
Ask him how many days, how many hours, how many minutes.
Right. Do you know?
I do.
His last day is on the 28th, I think.
My last working day will be on the 28th. My last official day with the town will be on the 31st.
Okay.
And I can't tell you about how long it'll be till I quit working. It'll be 9 days, 11 hours. Or something in that day.
This is what I live with.
I like to joke with Mary and go to her office and tell her. And everybody can blame Wayne Hale.
Oh.
Wayne Hale told me that he was retiring before Christmas. He said he was going to retire on January 1st, he said, Mary?
Yeah. It was about January 1st that he was speculating.
Yes, and he didn't retire.
He didn't.
So then I said it's his fault that I turned my retirement in on January 3rd.
You'd already committed to this. So. we have a lot of tenured staff in our town. We're very fortunate with the experience that we have here. So when they start talking about leaving, again, I go into crisis mode because it is part of our team that we've built. I wouldn't say we built. It's been done over time with the skill sets that they have too. So again,
well, that was one of the reasons I felt bad because I do feel bad towards it because I left early and we had Sonia Jamie's leave, so I didn't want to see her leave and then me leave quickly after, but I couldn't turn down the opportunity that I got.
Right. Good people understandable. And, you guys work with such synergy and, you all make a difference every single day. You're working hard and it's very noticed and people respect that and they want to make sure that you are honored for all that you've done.
Well,
certainly.
Like DW Lawhorn and his crew did a great job cleaning up the roads.
Yep, they did an amazing job.
And then Air Parking Lot was really nice. So very appreciative for sure.
They do take care of everything around them. That's for sure. They do a great job.
Yes.
Until we get to this parking lot, which is beyond their control.
Right. When you go out of their zone, we are up. We are in a different level
of the parking lot.
Yes. Yes. Well, Mary, I want to introduce you. Everybody knows you, but just, you are the Director of Planning and Community Development for the town of Bedford. You do so much. Oh my goodness. And you came from, 25 years in public sector, over 25 years.
That's a long time. Just in planning.
In planning. Okay. Because you look so young, that's what's really freaking me out. I read this. I'm like, 25 years. There's no way.
She started when she was 12.
When she was,
Thank you.
For sure. Oh my gosh. And we work so well with you and so many levels, but, talk about what you do and why you do it.
That's a really big one. Really big one. But first, I just want to say, this has been an honor to work with Chief Todd over here. And, when I told him I was really excited about being on this segment, I really wanted to make sure it was with him since you gave us that opportunity, Wendy, because gloves off. I want to tell him what I really think, but I want to say it to his face, see the whites of his eyes so that I can tell him what I really think. you're awesome.
Well, thank you.
Chief Todd, you've done a whole lot, for me in watching how policing can be done in a community that's part of the community. It's not, running over a community. It's working with the community. I think we keep that going forward. I think it's just really going to be great because safe streets, safe communities are the basis of businesses wanting to be in a community, is knowing that the community cares about itself is shown through the care of its officers and the other staff that take care of the citizens as residents. So it's been awesome working with you. So I wanted to say that to your face.
Well, thank you.
And it's so true. Oh my goodness.
But a lot of the things is a lot of people don't know is the work that the police do in the background is making sure that the businesses are watched over on a daily basis, not just the residential, the streets and everything, is that they're eyes on the ground for every business. And that's so important to be in, as I was saying, in the communities, because people look to the police to be their partner in that. And so I know Chief and his staff as well are always in the businesses, and they're seen, their faces are known here. And so I know we're going to be able to continue that going forward. So what do I do in the town? I started out as the economic development coordinator in 2018, which is super cool to be in that position. And that has kind of morphed into me becoming the director of planning and community development, which is kind of more nebulous. And so I like to just tell people I do economic development, building a better community. That's what we're doing behind the scenes here in the town. And so it's kind of hard to say what we do, but what we hope is you'll see the results of it coming through. So some of the projects we have working on right now are an Amtrak stop. We've been working on that since 2014. Community, Bedford County and town and Franklin County have been working on that since then. And so we're seeing more positive traction with that. The General Assembly had requested a study from Norfolk Southern that has been turned into the Assembly. And so they'll be taking that information and going forward with finding an appropriate location for a stop that would serve the town of Bedford and the regions around us. So that's moving forward. This is super exciting.
Super exciting.
Yeah. Virginia Business picked that story up in their January edition, which is also the one with Governor Youngkin in it. So hopefully we'll get some more press here. I think we just need to keep the positivity moving forward so that people know it is something that can most certainly happen. Great potential here for the town. So some of the other things we're working on is a hotel study was just completed, and I'll just give you a little sneak peek on that. It did say that we could sustain a 95-room hotel, business class hotel. So we're going to be putting that out on the street to find a developer to actually bring a hotel that can meet the needs for a business class hotel to serve the community, for our businesses when they have people coming into town to stay, for tourism, especially for D-Day and then the trips that they, the tourists that they bring in. So this is really exciting that that's moving forward. So we have a really proactive economic development authority. So that's one of the groups that's working behind the scenes to make sure that things are happening in town. So our economic development authority also provides incentives for our businesses to improve their property. They also provide equipment incentives, and generally these are related to jobs, because that's what we want to see is more jobs in Bedford so that we can grow the community. But again, what we're doing is building a community up so that we are going to be the place that businesses want to be. So I guess that's kind of what I do.
Yes, that's a lot. That's a lot that you do. And, on a daily basis, you're definitely helping to make sure that our businesses know about grants and things too, because you guys did some grants, gave some grants back in COVID.
In COVID, we stepped out before other localities did. Before we realized that there were going to be funds that could reimburse us, Town Council, working with the Economic Development Authority, gave $5,000 grants to businesses. We had 2 rounds of that. So we were really excited that was able to help boost some of our businesses through that time. So we have those as well. We also still have our loan, our 5 for 5 revolving loan. So any business that adds a job or keeps a job can get $5,000 in a loan to pay back over 5 years at 2% interest. So I don't know who would want to be getting the chief over there. I just don't know why. Someone will be trying to get this man. But anyway, so we do still have that loan through September. So I want to encourage any business or new business to take advantage of that while they can, because we won't have it for long. So we're always looking for grants, any other way that we can leverage funds as government, because the point of government is to not get in the way, but to remove blocks and stumbling blocks and things that can get in the way of a business succeeding. So, and speaking of that, the gauntlet.
Yes.
So I don't know if you were going to jump into that too, is to talk about the gauntlet that's being presented by the Advancement Foundation. So this will be the second year that we have this in the town, working with the foundation. We actually have a specific grant for Bedford for businesses to locate in the town. The point of that grant was to try and fill some of the vacant buildings in downtown area. So we focused on that. So I want to encourage anybody who has an existing business or has an idea for a business, go ahead and step into the gauntlet. It'll be a great thing. If you get nothing out of it but the mentorship and the network, it will have been worth your time. You don't have to compete, but the competition can actually maybe push you to grow. So any existing business, like I don't know, Watts Creative, might want to scale up in some form or fashion, or kind of
He's
network
always
across
doing
the
something.
region. I know, man, this dude's a mover and a shaker.
He is.
Except for the parking lot. So
Except for the I don't move that.
we're good with that. But anyway, I just want to encourage anybody who's thought about it, who's seen it, jump into it, because it starts in February, and these are just going to be real critical for businesses, taking it to the next level or starting something. So we do need you here in Bedford.
Yes, absolutely. And so let's talk about a little bit more of the gauntlet. Yeah. So they are able to help. We had about 6 or 7 from Bedford last year that competed.
We did. Yeah. I'd like to see more. For me, it's always a competition to see how many we can bring out in Bedford, whether it's the town, the county, or for that. So I just want Bedford businesses to find their place.
Yes. So if you're expanding, you can be a business that's already established. Yes. Mm-hmm. Also, you can have an idea, and by being in this competition, they will help you write all kinds of
start to finish. It'll take, finish. Yeah, proof of concept on through the business, on through the financial side, through the marketing. It'll help you with your pitch. Just keeping it succinct so that you could get funding going forward as a business. So
your business plan, and you'll have the mentors throughout the program. Mm-hmm. And winning prizes is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. I tell you, the in-kind services are amazing, whether it be marketing or accounting services. And then we also have the cash prizes we're able to leverage here in the town for filling up our vacant storefronts. So
it's a lot. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful program, and it runs from February
through May.
Yes. And you'll finish up, and you'll learn so much, and you'll also make great connections too.
That's huge. And so we're hoping to have an in-person event here on April 5th. We're working on the details of that, where they had to go virtual when COVID hit a couple years ago. So they've mastered that platform, but we really do think there needs to be some in-person interaction here. So we're looking forward to that.
So if people are thinking, they're teetering on this idea, and they're like, well, I have this business idea, but I really need some help developing it, and they want to see what it is to join or to do this program, they can go to the Advancement Foundation.
The Advancement Foundation, the Gauntlet. You can just search for that, and it'll pull that in. It's also all over Facebook. I'm not sure if someone goes out to that, it'll take them back to that.
Or you can call us or call Mary, and we will put you in the right direction, get you connected with Annette and the program, and make sure that you get all the information that you need, because it is a wonderful program, and we have such success stories of the last couple of years.
Yeah. I believe Prissy Nerd may have been a recent guest here talking about all that she got out of it. Yeah, she is amazing.
She is all over the place.
It's amazing.
And so we're excited to help with that. And then speaking of, leveling up and going up, Leadership Bedford is starting again. It's our 25th class, and we're going to be beginning this on January the 26th. So anyone who is interested in sending some employees or, whomever, if you want to join, we pushed it back. It was initially starting a little bit earlier, and then we had all the snow and a little bit of COVID came back. So we pushed it back to the 26th. And so there's still time. You can sign up. And last year we did 3 books. And this is John Maxwell Certified Program, Developing the Leader Within Your Team, and How to Communicate Effectively, Building Team Building Skills, Getting to Know Your Local Leaders. We do industry tours, small, large business tours. So you're meeting the community, you're meeting other business owners, and you're meeting the leaders of Bedford. And you're participating in community service. This year, we're adding helping 1 to 2 nonprofits. So we'll be voting on those, which ones that will be participating and helping. And we'll also have our class project again. So this is a 6-month program, just twice a month, that you can help send an employee. It's the best money you'll ever spend, is investing in your company and investing in your employees. And so just twice a month on Wednesdays. So seek us out. You can find out more information on our website, bedfordareachamber.com, or you can give us a call or email us at baccva.org. And so we are looking forward to events coming up. We've got our health fair coming up. And then we also will be looking forward to disc golf and a wine festival, so many things. And our Live at Fives will be starting. And so many things are coming up. We just have to get through the snow time. It's been a little bit of, but you know what? I love the snow because it slows everybody down. What do you guys think?
Oh, I like a snow day. Means you have to sit down and drink hot chocolate.
I want warm weather.
Way to be honest.
I want
Chief.
warm weather.
Our essential
Way to be
personnel
honest.
deserve a break. We absolutely, I agree. I understand. You
I
guys are
have to
working.
say, I love warm
I know
weather.
DW wants warm weather too.
Yeah, I can understand him wanting it for sure. Yes. So anything else exciting happening in Bedford?
I just want to throw out the Otter Bus is doing really super well. So since they started in September through December, I think we had over 1,300 ons and offs. You know, those people getting on and off at different stops. If you can cut that in half, that's how many trips were actually made through that. So it continues to grow, and they're going to be looking for some funding through the State Department of Rail and Public Transportation and the Transit Division to keep it going.
Yeah, that's another big win for Bedford.
It's huge. The idea is to grow that so that actually it could serve employers on some shifts to kind of help with the transportation gap that people have in just getting to their jobs.
And also, Mary, just you kind of humble there because you've helped some people in the community get better housing, improve their homes in an area of town. So
the Housing Authority of the county, I mentioned the Economic Development Authority. We also have a Housing Authority and Planning Commission that are working behind the scenes to make Bedford a better place. So the Housing Authority was able to get a $921,000 grant for the Department of Housing and Community Development to improve 11 houses or rebuild or improve, total of 11. So we're really excited about that in the Hilltop community.
Awesome. So many great things are happening. And of course, we've got the General Assembly going on right now. And you are our government chairman.
Working on that
Government
policy.
Affairs chairman,
So, yeah.
working on our legislative policy. It's going to happen. And then we get to, share that with our leaders, our legislative representatives in February. So we'll be headed there to visit them and talk about what's important to our businesses and what we would like to see happen pro-business advocates that we have. So exciting. Lots of things are happening and moving forward and always promising better days ahead. Thank you so much, Mary and Chief, for coming on today. You are doing so many things and making it all happen for us in Bedford, and we are just in awe and thankful. Thank you so much.
thank you.
See you, Chief.
Bye.